This is a look at the Seiko Astron Dual Time SSE045 released in 2015. This is Seiko's latest update to the Astron Dual Time. This watch is in titanium with a ceramic bezel and 13.3 millimeters thick, 45 millimeters in diameter, and about 53.5 lug tip to lug tip in length. As someone who's used to mechanical watches, I was a little hesitant about this Astron, but I am very pleased with it. The finishing, the attention to detail is quite impressive. And because it's titanium, it's extremely comfortable and light. Like all Astrons, the Dual Time gets its time from global positioning satellites, which means it's going to be perfectly accurate. Pulling the crown out allows you to change the time zone. Right now it's at -9.5 UTC. Here I turn it to -10 UTC, and that's one way to change the time. Another way is by holding the pusher at 2 o'clock for 6 seconds. Holding it for 3 will set the seconds hand will go to 12, another 3 seconds, and it'll go to 6. And what it's going to do right now is look for a GPS signal. In this way, you don't need to know where in the world you are or what your time zone is. The watch will take care of that, recognize where you are on the planet, and set the time appropriately to the second. In this case, we did not get a signal because I'm indoors. The seconds hand went to N, which means no signal. Let's try it again. That's one of the disadvantages of this method. Sometimes you don't get a signal indoors. And the other disadvantage is it can be a little slow. But to be able to use this without even needing to know your time zone and to get perfectly accurate time is quite an impressive feat. And Seiko just keeps making these Astrons better. Another technological advantage of any Astron is that it is light powered. As you can see, the dial is kind of a purplish blue, and that's because it is light sensitive. So for as long as you own this watch, you will not need a battery changed, and you will have perfectly accurate time to the second. While we're still looking for a signal, you can see the facets, the markers, everything is polished or brushed in a very beautiful way that catches the light. It makes for high legibility at just about any angle, and of course we have lume dots around the markers and lume on the hands. Seconds hands now went to the Y, which means yes, we have a signal, and the watch is saying, oh, I see you're supposed to be at UTC -8. And so the time will get set just to that. Seconds is perfect. You could look at this next to your computer or phone and you will see the seconds tick at exactly the right time. And of course, this is the Dual Time Astron, which if you look at 6 o'clock, you'll see a register for a second time zone. And to change that, we pull out the crown, the pusher at 4 o'clock. We have a little arrow pointing now to the subdial at 6 o'clock, and we can set that to UTC +1 with the crown, or set it back like I have it, used to have it, UTC. Push the crown back in, and we're set. The Astron is covered in interesting facets, brush and polish contrasts, made in the same factory as Grand Seiko, and in fact these cases and bracelets look identical from what I can tell. Again, a very light watch, very comfortable. On my 7-inch wrist, it's large but not overpowering, and in my opinion it's quite handsome. That's the Seiko Astron Dual Time SSE045.